Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this edition of the Bartimaeus Report for Friday, April the 16th. And I have a question for our Muslim friends with this, and it regards a post that we often see. So let me just bring this question up. Question of the day, I guess. Is today's Muslim question is, did Jesus ever pray like a Muslim? Now, very often we see this posted by our Muslim friends where they have a photo or a post of Jesus on his face praying, and a quote from Matthew 26:39, and it says, and Jesus went a little further and fell on his face and prayed. And then you notice the dots afterwards saying that there are words to come. It's very interesting that they break off they break off the prayer here and just leave it there. And of course, what the relationship is basically is Jesus is on his face, Muslims are on his face. Therefore, Jesus prayed like a Muslim. But I think that this question is relatively easy to answer. So let's look at a couple of slides, shall we? So here's the quote, but here's the entire quote. And Jesus, I assure you, did not pray like a Muslim, because we read in the very verse that is quoted, and Jesus went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, my Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. And so we see that Jesus, when he prayed it in this case, that he addresses God as his Father. And in fact, when we look at all the prayers of Jesus, and I would ask our Muslim friends to show me the exception, in every case recorded in the scriptures when Jesus prayed, he always addressed God as his Father. There are no exceptions. I know that some may argue when Jesus said, my God, why have you forsaken me? But I would argue that this is more of a quote from Psalm 22, and denotes that Jesus is filling a messianic psalm. But even if we accept that Psalm 22, or Jesus saying, my God, why have you forsaken me, is a prayer. It is a prayer of triumph. It is not a prayer of defeat. It certainly is a prayer of anguish, but again, it is a prayer of Jesus being triumphant over his enemies, and the last enemy being death. So again, this is a complete refutation of Islam. So, my Muslim friends, show me any place where Jesus, when he prayed, did not address God as his Father. And the question falls on you is, as a Muslim, if you're going to pray like Jesus and say that why do you not address Allah as your Father, considering that Allah is the Father of no one? So let's go on. When Jesus taught his disciples to pray, what did he say? He says, pray like this: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So when Jesus prayed, or taught his disciples to pray, he taught his companions to pray, and when he teaches us to pray, He teaches us to address God as our Father. So I am free to say, address God as my Father. Again, my question for you, are you free to address Allah as your Father? I can address God as my Father because I have been adopted into the family of God. There is a relationship, not as a slave, not as a servant. I serve God because I want to, but I can address God as His adopted son. Can you? Anyways, I pose that question to you. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. May God bless.